Doing, doing, doing. Okay, well, yeah, I remember promising you to do a quick overlay tutorial of this beat I sent you the other time. Now's the time. Okay, the first thing I did was I laid down this melody. Here's how it sounds like. I used this sample. I sampled this guitar out of a loop. That's the sample I used. I actually like it. It's quite dope too. It's my first sample ever. Then I added these chords on top of it. These chords. These chords. I use FL keys for these chords. Essentially, what I did was I went to FL keys, presets, right click. I used the dark piano preset. The dark piano preset has this grimy feel. Let me quickly play something. You get it, it has that dark feel, not unlike the normal original preset that the feel isn't just that emotional. So I lay down these chords. And I layered those chords on top of this kalimba chord. This kalimba. This is a sound in one of my sound packs. So I'll just come here, bring the attack down just a little bit, increase the hold all the way. The decay just comes down a little bit, sustain here, release, bring the I'll bring this decay back a little bit. So this attack essentially is just telling it to attack slowly but a little bit faster. So it sounds more like a pad and it doesn't take away the original punch that comes with the keyboard. That's why I did that. This is how the chords sound together. See, gives it that source at the end, but it gives it the initial punch of the keyboard. Let me show you how everything sounds together, melody and all. Yeah. Then, these drums, the kick and the snare, they are the main oomph of the whole track. As you can see, they run throughout the entire track after the beginning. They are the groove of the track. So essentially what I did was I added this snare MIDI. This is how the snare MIDI sounds like. Let me solo it out for you. Yeah, that's how the MIDI looks like for the snares. Then I added the kick on top of it. Normally with afrobeats I just do every beat or every bar. It will be easier that way. But for this one I just decided to add this third MIDI just to make it sound more groovy. It gives it more groove too. Yeah, so that's that about that. And then this shaker, I made this shaker for You can see how I'm putting it at every beat, but then I'm adding this C#5 to make it have more swing, more groove to it. Speaking of swing, for Afrobeat, this is one of the reasons why your Afrobeat drums might sound trashy and they might not be pleasant to your own ears, and you might feel like you are just terrible at making Afrobeat, you don't want to make anymore. Afrobeat drums always come with the swing. So this main swing button here, this one right here, you can see the mouse over here, yeah. This swing button. For this track, I made the swing 100%. But normally Afrobeat swing comes between 50% and 100% swing. So you just modulate that to whatever you feel sounds good to your own ears. Is that about that? Then I added this shaker loop. I added this shaker loop here. Here's what the shaker loop sounds like on its own. No. This is shaker loop. Now mind you, when I brought in this shaker loop, it wasn't exactly in time. So what I had to do to make sure it was in time, when I first brought the loop in, it was somewhat like this. It was somewhat like this because I've time stretched it. That's why it's like this now. So it was like this. So what I did essentially was I double clicked the time knob. You can see now. See the time. It wasn't perfect, so I had to increase the time until it hit the bar here, and it was in syncopation with the rest of the track. Yeah, so that. And I also added this guitar to make it sound more, to make it sound different. I didn't want that same guitar loop to be playing over and over again. It would sound so boring, so bland. That's why I put this. So I got this from the plugged expansion pack of Nexus. It's called Plugged Mute Guitar 2. I removed the delay, I removed the reverb. Now what I usually do to Nexus to make it sound more like Omnisphere so that it has more of this clean sound is I go to the mix and I just play with these buttons until I find the definitive sounds, until I find the clean solo sound, because Nexus usually jam packs different sounds together. That's why it sounds EDM. But if you isolate those sounds, you'll be able to get what you are looking for. For example, now you can just remove these. See, you will just isolate them. But I think I would prefer everything together for now. For now. For now. So yeah, this is the middle of the loop. Yeah. Then these bad boys are the rolls. They are the drum rolls. This one is simple enough for now. Oh sorry, F6. Yeah, these two rolls have the same MIDI, but this is a conga and this is a snare. So this is the MIDI. I layer them on top of each other. Quite easy to know. Yeah, this is another shaker loop that I made. Just quite the typical the banj shaker. Mm. And this, after I sent it to you, I worked on it a little bit. I added this guitar riff. This bad boy made it sound crazier. I'll let you hear the whole riff and then I'll let you hear it together with the beat. It sounds like rubbish now, but when you hear it in the mix, it will be crazy. So I used this guitar from the classical Nexus expansion pack. It's called GT Jazzy Guitar. I removed the delay, removed the reverb, removed this master filter, added a little bit of attack on this filter modifier to the right. This amp filter, I made it spread a little bit to the mix. See, this is what I'm talking about. I isolated this. In the FX1, I removed the ensemble. FX2, I removed the chorus because it didn't sound the way it does now with the chorus and the ensemble. Let me get to this playlist and check what's up. Yeah, 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 yeah. So this perk loop, quite the easiest afrobeat perk loop. Every beat just adds more to the shaker loop. Just adds more to the shaker loop. Yeah. Then this buzz. Where is this motherfucking buzz? Motherfucking buzz. Crazy ass buzz. So what I did for this buzz is I took boo buzz. I reduced the treble, reduced the mid until it was almost nothing, and increased the bass all the way. It gives it this initial very basic punch. And this other sound from Nexus, it's from the bass expansion preset. It's called Basic Sign. I just removed the delay because I didn't like the delay. I actually left the mix the way it was, and that's what gives it this sound. Without the boo bass, it sounds like this. Doesn't sound too full, but with the sign bars, it sounds fuller. It's a little different, but it's worth it. Yeah. Now let me take you through the other rules. This is a snare roll. Then I layered this clap on top of it. Also put this other clap. Put this percussion from this previous row. Everything together sounds like this. Yeah, so that's that about the rolls. Shown you the snare, the kick, the piano, the bass. Shown you this kalimba, the electric guitars, the one I sampled, the shakers, the perks, the claps. Shown you basically everything in this track, every goddamn thing. The arrangement is quite easy. I just started from the beginning, took a little bit of the drums in, put out this other shaker, continued that way, brought it back here to the break. So this is like the intro, this part is like the bridge. Normally the bridge is supposed to be 4 to 8 bars. So this is like 8 bars bridge, another 8 bars, maybe the chorus. Then the verse, I made a full 32 bars. It could be 16 to 32 bars, but I made it 32 bars. And then the drop for the chorus, the bridge, the pre-chorus, break again to the verse, same thing. Just kept repeating it like that. And different guitar riffs in and out. That's what I did. Now to the mixing. The mixing is quite simple. I didn't actually add anything to any of, okay wait, I added an EQ here. Yeah, I added an EQ to the kick to boost the high end. I boosted the high end so it will give it more punch. That's what you do to kicks if you can't hear them in the mix. Yeah. Now there's one thing that you all should know too about mixing in Afrobeat. Mixing in Afrobeat is different from mixing in trap. Most times in mixing in Afrobeat, the sounds in Afrobeats are more cluttered together. They are more close. They are closer. So because they are closer, you would have to isolate each sound so that the other sounds have more space to appear. Otherwise, you won't hear your sound properly. But for this track, none of them did not sound. All of them sounded perfectly fine. So I didn't add an EQ on everything. Unlike this recent beat I sent to you. The recent beat I sent to you, everything has an EQ. Absolutely everything has an EQ so that you can hear everything separately. But let me just show you what I mean. Should I use this or should I use this? Let me use this. Yeah, let me use this. Just add your EQ. 30. This preset is called 20 Hz plus 18 kilohertz cuts. That's what the preset in the EQ is called. So then what you just do easy, go through, isolate the sound. So what this does, at this point you've already created more space for your kick, and at this point you've created more space for your snare and your shakers. You will give it more presence. You understand? Yeah. Let me remove this EQ because it's quite unnecessary in this particular mix. And I played with the volumes just to give it more isolation. Mixing is all about isolating the sounds, making them sound separate in the mix. So that's all I have for you on this beat. If you want me to go through the new beat I sent to you, just holler at me. Right? Let's play out.